Our next presenter will be my Las Vegas Fire Department partner, Scott Thompson, and he's been busy. So he's the Las Vegas Fire Inspector for the city of Las Vegas and has been working hard to make sure that we message that we're not going to tolerate illegal fireworks and the chaos that they put into your neighborhoods. Now when I say that, I say it carefully because I just told you that we have a limited amount of resources and we can't be everywhere. But if you report it, we will do our best to put the teams that have been pre-designated out there to go and find these illegal fireworks folks that the news interviews out in Pahrump that spend a couple $100s to keep us awake all night long, and we will enforce it appropriately with our partners from the fire department.
Good evening. I'm Scott. This is Marcus and Jason Glass. He's from TNT Fireworks. I brought him to kind of explain the difference to you guys between the safe and sane and the illegal stuff, since he's in the industry nationwide. So I'll let him go first, and then we'll talk about what Marcus and I do.
Thanks a lot, Scott. I had a feeling to wear a yellow shirt today. Looks like I made the right choice. Again, my name is Jason Glass. I'm with TNT Fireworks. I'm the general manager for that company in the state of Nevada. And we want to talk a little bit tonight about the difference between safe and sane and legal and the illegal fireworks. Does anybody know the difference between those two types of items? What makes something safe and sane and legal, and what makes something illegal? Does anybody know?
Money.
Money? The more you spend? No. Wrong answer. Sir? That's correct. So if it is a safe and sane legal item, first of all, you're going to be able to purchase it locally. It's available to be purchased at any of the booths that are open around town now. All of those booths are manned by nonprofit organizations, local nonprofit organizations. They've had to go through a training process and a permitting process to be able to sell these things. Those fireworks are available at the booths. Additionally, those items that are being sold in the booths have gone through a vetting process as well. Not only have they been tested at the manufacturer level, they've been tested at an independent testing facility in the state of Virginia through an outfit called the AFSL, American Fireworks Standards Laboratory. Additionally, when they come in here to the state of Nevada, and specifically to the Las Vegas jurisdiction, they're tested by Inspector Thompson and Marcus over here. They make sure that the fireworks that are sold are safe and function properly. The items additionally that show that they're safe and sane is that they have an additional California safe and sane logo on them. That means that they were tested and approved in the state of California as well. So if you see an item sold in the booth, stays on the ground, it just sparkles, snap, crackles, and pops a little bit, has that safe and sane California seal on it, you know that you're dealing with an item that's been approved and is legal to be sold and used here in southern Nevada. Now, when it comes to the illegal fireworks, can those be purchased at the booths? Obviously not. Those are purchased outside of the city and county limits, really. They're purchased through the Indian Reservation or out in Pahrump. Now those items don't have the California Safe and Sane logo on them, but the real distinctive feature the gentleman brought out in the back is that they shoot up in the air, right? The actual composition of that item leaves the tube it's in and goes up into the air, and it does explode, and it has a report, usually a bang of some kind, and then flashes of light and color. Now additionally, there's items like bottle rockets, firecrackers, Roman candles. Those things seem small, they seem like they might be allowed, but they're not. And the problem is with them is they are uncontrollable. And that's really kind of the biggest problem with the illegal fireworks that are coming into the county right now, is that they're uncontrollable, right? Once they leave, you can't do anything with them. You can't control where they go. They could end up in palm trees, they could end up in houses, garages, whatever. Additionally, too, with the reloadable mortars, I think you've probably seen these, the big tubes with the single shots that drop in them. The problem you have with those things is a lot of times they can get knocked over in the heat of the moment. You drop it, you light it, you run, you can knock it over, and what happens when it gets knocked over? Who knows where it's going to go, right? Might go into a crowd of kids, might go into the neighbor's house, who knows? So when you're out there, and hopefully you all will be celebrating, I recommend the fireworks at the TNT booths, but I hear there's someone else out there as well. If you're gonna celebrate, make sure you celebrate safely with the legal option. Avoid the illegals, and if you see illegal fireworks being used, do you have an outlet to be able to report that? Where? 311? Those folks are busy. So's the 911 call. Actually, a couple years ago, 911 was shut down for how many minutes? 90 minutes? Thanks. That's dangerous. That puts lives on the line. There's a new outlet. It's a website. It's called ispyfireworks.com. ispyfireworks.com. If you see something, or you see people shooting off illegal fireworks, and those are the ones that shoot, go from there, and boom. You can report it through that website, and it creates a heat map. In fact, we had so much success with it last year that the heat map produced from the reports last year is where the task force, that's the police and the fire departments working together to crack down on the illegal use, is using the hot spots from last year as a template to start working the enforcement this year. So we encourage you, if you see something, report it. And then it can be used to help crack down in the future. Does anybody have any questions relating to the differences between safe and sane legal fireworks or the illegal aerial fireworks? Nope. Oh, sir, who did not wear a yellow shirt.
I begin with them. The sparklers, are they still available that the kids hold? And if so, can they burn them?
Well, anything that has a spark can be warm enough to burn people. But
Are they still available?
absolutely, because they don't shoot in the air. So they are safe. Actually, an interesting thing about the sparklers, the chemical composition's been changed over the years. They actually burn at a cooler temperature, so much so they create birthday candles out of them sometimes.
Okay, in regards to your question, the one element that is not factored in is human element. And even the safe and sane firework, if you alter it and mess with it, break it open, put it into anything, can cause injury. So that skews those stats. So as a firefighter, most of the horrific injuries from fireworks I've seen have been human related because people have altered them, whether it be a legal firework or an illegal firework. Now, a legal firework is not gonna go off in your hand and explode because we don't allow those to be sold right now. So like the firecrackers that the kids can hold on to, did everybody see the little girl that got hold of a cherry bomb back east in the news the other day? She lost some limbs and very seriously injured because her uncle or father had a cherry bomb and bought them, and she lit it and had it in her hands. So anyway, back to everybody understand. Now, did anybody here get a letter from the city of Las Vegas? That's good. That means your neighborhood was not in one of the worst areas. So that's a good thing because we mailed out ourselves over 4,000 letters to people in the city that said, last year your neighborhood was reported as a bad area to be in on the 4th of July. So tonight and the 4th, we have crews going to be visiting those areas. And we have task force that are going to go in large groups in one area at a time instead of just one guy. Because last year when I was doing enforcement, I had to stop and be confiscating things. And there's 8 more people down the street. And they're looking at me going, aren't you going to do something with us as soon as I get to them? I can only go so fast. So this year we're gonna try to have a bigger imprint. But use the site because we will use that to target where we're gonna go for enforcement. It's frustrating when your neighbor's doing it at 2 in the morning and shakes your windows, right? Or it's more frustrating when they set the house on fire because a bottle rocket goes through a window. So we don't want that to happen. So that's like Jason said, once it leaves, there's no control. We have wind variables. The other part of the stuff he was talking about, we have shrapnel injuries from fiberglass, people getting impaled in their eyes, hands, and little kids. 2 years ago, in a little girl, they were shooting fireworks. They strapped a couple together and went into the garage and severely burnt the little girl. So we don't alter any fireworks. Leave them in their proper packaging, safe and sane. Leave the illegals, leave the big stuff to the professionals because they have pyro licenses and they do that for a reason. So anybody have any questions as far as enforcement. Marcus and myself were on the fireworks committee. We're also involved in the commissioners thing that started this going after the illegal fireworks. So open it up for questions because I stand to talk forever. Awesome. Questions? No questions?
Repeat the website again?
iSpyFireworks.com. Just like it sounds.
iSpyFireworks.com. And we do ask, and please, I will drive that home. I am on a graveyard tonight and the 4th of July. Use that system versus 311 and 911. Our call takers need to be able to answer calls for emergencies. Now, certainly if a firework emergency occurs, then call 911. But otherwise, please utilize that internet-based, what's it?
Also with that website, there's a link on both Metro's Facebook page and the main website for Metro as well. So if they forget it, all they got to do is go there.
Thank you very much for that. So it's on our main website. Also, you can link that as well.